Hello, you wonderful people. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about the news that came out that there's going to be a Mr. and Mrs. Smith reboot on Amazon Prime as a TV series starring Donald Glover and Phoebe Waller-Bridge, which is pretty dope in its own right. I am someone who really enjoyed the movie, I think probably more so than others. I haven't seen it in a very long time, but I really enjoyed it. If you're unaware what Mr. and Mrs. Smith was, it was a movie I looked it up. I didn't realize it was that long ago. It was from 2005, where basically you had these two spies who were married to each other, but they don't realize that the other is a spy, and it's kind of like they kind of go on separate missions, but eventually it's to the point that their missions start overlapping until the point that they find out, wait, you're a spy and you're a spy, and it turns into a whole thing. I might get into a little spoilers about the movie kind of during this discussion, so if you haven't seen the movie that's, a couple years old at this point in time, then, do be wary of that. But, regardless of that, I'm really interested to see what the structure of the show is like, what to kind of really expect, because I would assume just with the whole spy and, because it was an action comedy movie, so I'm assuming we'd get some, and I'm sure there's probably better comparisons to make, but I wonder if it'd be something tonally similar to Killing Eve, because if you've never seen Killing Eve, it straddles that line between comedy and drama, and it's very spy-like anyway. Maybe have some elements similar to like something like Burn Notice, for example. Like, I don't know. I'd be so curious also, like they said, the structure of the story too, because obviously that was all told over like I don't even know, I would say maybe like a 2-hour long movie. I don't know. I'm not actually sure about the length of the movie, but I'm curious like what that would look like pacing wise over the course of a show, because I feel like it'd probably be like maybe the middle of the season, maybe even the season finale by the time they end up finding out about you. Because it also depends on like how short the show is. I'd assume it's going to be something like 8 episodes, because that's like Amazon kind of keeps around that 8 episode limit. Not with everything, but certain shows. So I'm curious if it'd be that. So like maybe by episode 4, they had the realization of like, wait, you're a spy. Our entire relationship, our entire marriage, us being together was based on a lie. I don't know. Obviously, like shenanigans will ensue, but I'm also curious because the movie ends with basically their respective organizations trying to kill them. Once again, spoilers. I don't actually even remember the exact ending of the movie. It's been that long since I've seen it. I want to say it was like they made a deal with their respective organizations to leave them alone. I don't remember. It's been so long. Maybe did they go into business with themselves? I do remember like a part of the storytelling was like them kind of like cutting like, no, it might even have been the ending where they were in couples therapy. They might have been in couples therapy the entire movie, if I remember. I think that was a plot point, and it was like, so we'll probably get some kind of aspects of that. I think would be interesting. But like I said, I'd just be curious to see the structure, because if they were to make it so like, oh, their respective organizations are trying to kill them, that could be like the season 1 finale, and then like season 2 is them on the run from their respective organizations. Like, I'm just so curious like how they would go about adapting, like what the storyline would be, what kind of particular, what spy stuff will they end up doing? Now I'm sitting here thinking about it. I guess another comparison would be like, I think that's on the more heavier drama side, but I guess another comparison would be like The Americans. Like, I get the feeling this is going to be more like obviously a blend of like comedy and drama, so like a little more Killing Eve, but maybe there will be elements of, The Americans, which I do need to circle back around and watch the show. I really enjoyed it. I fell so far behind, I just need to catch up at some point in time. But yeah, I'd be so curious to see how they would handle that. Obviously, these are just kind of some of my thoughts about it. I'd love to get to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Obviously, a big conversation is, this having Donald Glover and Phoebe Waller-Bridge is, how do you feel about that casting news? Are you someone who enjoyed the original movie? And how does the thought of it being rebooted, but not just rebooted as a movie, but rebooted as a TV show on Amazon Prime? But I'm wondering, like, they'd probably be able to go a little bit further. I don't know what the rating for the original movie was, whether it was PG-13 or R-rated, but maybe they could probably push a little more boundaries on, in a streaming TV show in comparison to like a network television show, What are some things you'd want to see from the show? What are some things you expect to see from the show? Obviously, these are still early day news, so we'll probably find out more about it as time goes on. So like I said, my thoughts, I'd love to get to know yours about everything. Really, that's all I want to talk about. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.